All right. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening. My name is Aram Hami. I am the marketing manager for Glitch Protocol, and it's a pleasure to be here today. Okay. We might be having some internet connectivity, so apologize for that. Um, cool. We have here today Pasca, which is our Indonesia lead. We got Diego, our CTO here, and myself. And today we're going to go over some community questions, some tech questions. We'll give you a progress update on a glitch and where we are at in terms of phase 3 von Hayek. And we'll do our best to answer all of the community questions at the very end. Okay. There's been some information circulating as well. We do plan on responding on a separate article. We'll do our best to do as many questions as possible today. And thank you everyone for being here. If you have any other further questions, please be sure to post them directly in the chat, and we'll do our best to also address those as well. Okay. So without further ado, Pasca, our Indonesia lead, is going to kick us off here with our AMA, and we can start with number 1.
Cool. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you guys. Let's start with the first question. Can you please share a development update? Where is the team at in the term of the 2 blocker bugs?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Diego, the CTO. So we are progressing fine. There are no blockers anymore. So we are almost ready to go mainnet, which is our key milestone during this phase. So we are actually in the process of testing the resolution of those 2 bugs. And I think that within the next 2-3 weeks max, we will be ready to start incorporating external nodes to the mainnet. That's it.
All right. Okay. We can move on to the next question. Next question is, the team has been calling on the community to test the network, but will there be any incentivized programs? And what about a bug bounty in the future?
Aram, do you want to take this, or do you want me to take?
Well, I can answer part of it, and then you can tag along as well. Yeah. So yes, we have been calling on you guys to test the network. Right now, there's a few things that you guys can do. You can go on the Explorer. There's 2 testnet explorers. Sorry, 1 testnet explorer, 1 mainnet explorer. There's the wallet, the extension wallet. You can download and test around, send glitch around. And then there's a faucet as well that you can use to put your glitch into your wallet. And you can also set up a node on the testnet, and you can also play around with some ERC20 smart contracts using Remix, right? So in terms of some incentive, in terms of the bug bounty program, I do believe that there is one in the pipelines being planned out. In terms of incentive programs, yes, we are planning future incentive programs around, our launches around the products. I think we lost Diego here for a second. I'll message him where he's at here. But yes, there is some incentive programs that we are planning, and things are a work in progress. So we'll be able to share these things out when they can. Okay, cool. He's back on here. Welcome, Diego.
Sorry, guys. There's some connectivity issues on my side. So
yeah, if you can go ahead and just take on some information around a future bounty program or an incentive program that may be here.
Yes, sure. So we will be, as soon as we open the mainnet, or not as soon, but after we open to the mainnet to external nodes, we will also be starting a kind of incentive reward in glitch tokens kind of program, so that we will be opening a GitHub issue tracker, so that it will be open for anyone to submit a bug, and if it's a properly defined and a very good one, we will be dispersing some glitch tokens. to the parties who help us to make the network more robust.
Exactly. And I wanted to quickly add, because I was having some discussions, is that the bug bounty program also is best to have when there's a little bit more to test, when there's more to use. And so that's why it's most likely why there's the that program will be launched in the future as opposed to now, right? So cool. Thanks, Pascal. Next question, please.
All right. So the next question is, where can I stake my glitch tokens?
Oh, okay. So we did have a staking campaign that just ended. We had partnered with Alliance Block in order to do it. We had two pools. One was a ETH pool. One was a BSC pool. Both rewards pool. You were able to stake your glitch tokens into it. That has currently ended. So currently, if you had staked your glitch, you can go ahead and unstake them using the same DeFi portal terminal. Um, uh, uh, and so what we're doing right now is that we're considering launching another single-sided staking campaign. Okay. And what this will do is we'll reward you again for putting your glitch to work into these staking campaigns, and it'll lock a significant portion of the circulating supply. I think it was around 10% when all both pools were filled to the maximum. We're still thinking about whether or not we're going to do this. There's a very high probability that we will. And so those details are a work in progress. So in terms of where can you stake your glitch right now, well, you can't right now unless you put your glitch to work at some liquidity pool on Uniswap or something like that. But then you're subject to permanent loss, right? So we're thinking about some new rewards campaign, and we'll let you guys know on what we decide and what those allocations will be. Okay. Thanks.
Sounds good. Okay, so the next question is, will the team relock the tokens on Unicrypt?
Yes, the team is working on relocking the tokens on Unicrypt. The reason why they have not been relocked as of yet is because we have been doing some internal meetings still, discussing how many glitch tokens is needed to do an X amount of things, such as all the team nodes. That requires a specific number of glitch tokens. Any incentive programs, any rewards programs, any DEX. Things that we do around the DEX, all of that, everything requires a certain amount of glitch that require to be allocated, and we want to make sure that everything aligns. And the tokens that we do relock, we don't necessarily need them, right? So, and that's why the team has been really meeting. We've been having many meetings around the relock. I know Sean is also working on this diligently behind the scenes. We're waiting on an update regarding this, but to answer your question more directly, yes, they will be relocked on Unicrypt. And we will provide an announcement when they do.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Aram. Okay, next one I think is for Diego. So as a blockchain developer, I want to expand my value. How can I begin building on Glitch? Is there any documentation?
So for now, I mean, you can start building using the EVM. I mean, we have EVM compatibility. So if you, I mean, EVM is the de facto standard for smart contracts out there. So I would suggest you go ahead and start building wherever you want as a dApp on the according to the EVM standard, which is the Ethereum virtual machine, which is pretty mature and robust. And that will be the best way for you to start contributing or to start to build upon our ecosystem.
All right, thank you, Diego. Okay, so the next question is, when the mainnet is open to public, does that mean that the token holders will be able to nominate trustworthy validators to secure the network? What is the limit of nominators for each validator before it becomes oversubscribed?
So this is something that it's actually not defined yet. So the important aspect here is when we open to mainnet, we will be opening to validators. So each validator, whatever they decide to do, it's up to each validator. I don't know if it makes sense, but this is decentralized. This is not something that we will be controlling. So it will be up to the open standard, if that makes sense.
Okay. So last question. How many validators will be allowed on the mainnet?
Yes, we don't have the final max number yet, but what we do know is that as soon as we open mainnet, we will start with five five validators first week. Then we will, according to how it evolves, it will go to 10, then to 20, 40, and then at some moment we will not be imposing a max limit. So just to be clear, or to summarize, we will start with very small amount. First week, we will only allow 5 validators in a first time, first serve basis queue. Then we will open to 10, 20, and then we will move forward. But that's the ideal planned schedule, and that is assuming that everything flows or goes as planned and perfectly. If we start to find some issues, of course, we will focus on making the network stable, and then allowing and keep increasing the max number up to up to no limit. So at the end of the day, we won't be imposing any hard limit on the amount of validators on the network, which is the definition of a truly decentralized network.
Okay, thank you so much, Diego.
Sure.
All right, I think, yep. All right, I think we have finished with our predefined question. I think we can go ahead with the community question, live community question. So I will read some from the YouTube and then from social media, like from Telegram and Discord. So first question. It seems like there has been a bit of roadblock for finishing phase 3 as the most recent roadmap update didn't seem to move closer to the completion. Are there still the same blockers mentioned in the last AMA? No, I think that one is already
Yeah,
answered, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that is already answered. So we don't have those
Yeah.
blockers. So we will be. I expect to find new blockers as we move ahead. As of now, there are no blockers. There are some small issues here and there, but no blockers.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I will ask this one. Since Glitch never did funding round for their tokens and is community owned, what is the state of the team's treasury, and or what recourse do you have if you need to raise more funds?
I think I can take this question, unless Diego, you have something to add after I say here. So, to answer your question, we did have a funding round. It was like an initial seed round. Like I think it was like the beginning of 2021, or it was like the end of 2020 initially. It was a few VCs. I think one of them was Spark Capital, if I believe correct. I think the funding round was closer to 3 million. So that is the seed, initial seed. That information can be found on our Medium as well. So if you're interested in reading more about that, you can go ahead and scroll down at the very bottom. And in terms of the you know you know we are well funded though. We do have enough funds to move forward with everything. We're continuously hiring, right? And that's the biggest picture of them all. Where other Web3 organizations are laying off, we are onboarding and we're hiring. In fact, we just recently hired a Scrum Master, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Diego. I think we do have a Scrum Master that's joining the team sometime in August, which is
Yes.
great. And we have been interviewing and continuously hiring. I can't speak much for the tech. I know that Diego has been hiring and has been interviewing very, very aggressively for tech. I have been doing the same for marketing. We've just been doing a lot of copywriter and digital marketing interviews since we have some growth campaigns coming up in the pipelines. So yeah, lots of good stuff, lots of cool things happening, and excited for that.
Awesome, thank you, Aram. I think that answer Buster Daniel's question on YouTube comments. So I will continue to the next question. Are you considering different ways to run the nodes, possibly glitch running part of the nodes themselves as validators, or possibly offering to run the nodes as node provider for people to pay a fee? Or will it go beyond the decentralized element?
Yeah, so I mean, Glitch as a major stakeholder here will always be running nodes. So, but at some point we expect not to be a relevant node provider. We are not, we don't, we, our core expertise is not in the node running business, but we know and we are sure that we will be running nodes at the beginning. We won't be, um, running a kind of node as a service business, that's for sure. But we will be working closely with some other providers in order to help or to help them to ramp up and start a very profitable business of running nodes. But we won't be in the middle of doing that. Make sense?
All right, thank you, Diego. Moving on to the next question. How is it possible that Explorer is showing transaction in Mainnet if the nodes are not in Mainnet due to blockers?
So maybe that's a bug, but we don't have, I mean, we do not have a mainnet ready yet. So it's not working. So we are, it's an experimental phase, the Explorer.
Yeah. Right now, there is three core validators on mainnet that you're able to see through the Explorer. And so the obviously that will be changing and ramped up as we continue on here with phase 3 and move into phase 4. But you'll be able to see some changes within the Explorer and within all those validators pretty soon. Yeah, cool. I think I have some other questions here, Pascal, if you don't mind. I think I have, there's a few people here that want to hear this question answered here. So here, let's go. So Diego, what are the confidence levels internally with regards to the two blockers that have come up? Well, now those two blockers are already resolved. So instead of those two blockers, let's just talk about the development, right? What's the internal confidence levels of everything, right? What's the percentage likelihood that, well, here it says, what is the current percentage likelihood estimate of either both blockers being irreparable? Well, those blockers were already repaired, so they're done. So that's already out of the way. But in
Well,
terms of
they're
confidence,
done. So sorry,
sure.
that's a definite. I mean, they are solved from a development perspective, and we are in the testing phase. So we are in the quality assurance and quality control phase. So I will say those are done once it passes our quality control measures. But from development perspective, they are development done.
Cool. So how are you feeling though in general regarding um, the development of Glitch, at least on the tech side, right? Because I handle a lot of the marketing stuff, but what about tech? Just curious. And I'm sure the community is
So
curious too.
sorry. I miss you for like 20 seconds. Could you please repeat?
Sure. So there's a few questions here just asking the just general confidence levels of just normal development of the glitch, how that's going, how are you feeling? Because a lot of the community members hear that from me, but I'm sure a lot of people want to know directly from you, right?
Yeah, our confidence level is very high. We are, I mean, we are making a lot of progress. So we are very happy to be in this phase right now, and we are confident that we will be delivering. I mean, everything gets delayed, but that's the name of the business in blockchain stuff. I mean, everyone here understands, and my development team and I personally understand this is where we are making new stuff here. So we are breaking ground. So it's very difficult to plan and estimate. So that's why we just the good thing about the team, the glitch technical team, is that we are very resilient. We are expecting issues and we are expecting blockers, and we just knock them down as we go. And yeah, I mean, that's every blocker or every issue, every thing that we solve, it makes us stronger. So this is the concept of a resilient network. So every day that passes, just the community needs to understand that every day that passes, this is getting more and more robust, and it's more difficult to break it down. So that's, I mean, that's what really motivates us at the moment.
Cool.
All right. For the next questions, Aram, has there been an internal exercise done towards a projected market cap at different milestone and timeline for the next 5 years for Glitch?
Well, I have to be very careful with how I answer this, right? I mean, I'm not going to go in and talk about different types of market cap and price action and stuff like that. You know, that's not necessarily what I focus on. I focus on marketing Glitch. That being said, I'm very positive about our future works here. I'm very happy with everything regarding the team. We're moving along on the marketing side. We're moving along on the tech side. Things are progressing, regardless if you know if anyone feels otherwise. We are moving forward. We are doing really well. So what do I feel like Glitch will look like in 5 years? Definitely a lot higher in the market cap, compared to today. But that being said, you know, that's open for your speculative thoughts, right? I mean, I'm not going to talk much about price. You know, I'm here to build Glitch, and so yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Aram. Okay. Next, most common question: when can we expect new exchange listing?
You mind repeating it?
Yep. So when can we expect new exchange listing?
Exchange listings are a work in progress over time. Right now, we're not necessarily thinking too much about exchange listings. Right now, we're focusing and putting all of our funding towards developing the blockchain. That's where our priorities lie. Naturally, we are a DeFi focused layer one blockchain, right? Niche for DeFi. So naturally, we're just going to gravitate towards putting our and self-listing Glitch onto you know, decentralized exchanges with the focus on centralized exchanges in the future. You know, as we continue to develop Glitch, we will launch Glitch on more exchanges. So that will be a work in progress over time. But in terms of, are we going to you know, have Glitch listed on a centralized exchange within the next few weeks or months? The answer is no, we're not. Because we're going to use those fundings to really make sure that our blockchain is developed, it's tested, it's stress tested, and it works as envisioned before, you know, doing any of those major expansions that we're talking about there. So hopefully I was able to address your question.
Yep, very helpful. Thank you, Aram. Okay, next most common question. What about GitHub? When will the GitHub be released?
Oh, the old GitHub question. So it's been haunting me for the last 3 months. So guys, I know there is a GitHub out there. So we have a source code. So the thing is that we don't feel ready until it's completely, not completely, because this is not going to, never it's going to be complete, so to speak, but it will be stable enough. So that is the reason why I am not opening GitHub yet. So after these 2 blockers bugs and right after going mainnet, we will be opening GitHub. We will be opening GitHub so everyone will be able to see the code. So now we have that those blockers are allegedly, I say allegedly because they are in quality control. So I just want to be very clear. We are in the process of quality assurance and quality control, but after it passes our quality control, we will be planning the main deployment, and then a week or 2 weeks after max, I will be opening GitHub for the whole community to take a look and to start helping, contributing, and etc.
All right. Thank you so much, Diego, for clearing that.
Sure.
Next question. When will Sean join the next AMA? Where is Sean?
Great question, and everyone is asking this. So Sean is working very hard behind the scenes. He really wants to focus on building Glitch. There's been a lot of pressure uh, 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 on him, and right now he just really wants to focus on building. In the future, he will come back and say a few things to the community on Telegram. He'll eventually come back and do some AMAs on YouTube. But as the CEO, he really just wants to take the reins and really wants to make sure that Glitch is where it needs to be before he kind of comes back to the community, which is kind of why he hasn't been joining a lot of the AMAs or he hasn't been on the Telegram. But he will come back, and he is working. He is still here. I can see if I can try to get a clip from him behind the scenes and share it with all of you guys as a cool community little hello. But he is here, and he is working behind the scenes. And we meet with him every single week on the marketing side of things. We have a leadership meeting every 2 weeks with him. We have a catch-up call every so often. So he is here, and yeah. So cool. I think that's about it in terms of time that we have for today. Any other questions, we'll be more than happy to address within the community through Telegram, through Twitter, through Discord. So if you have any further questions, please go ahead and let us know on those community channels. What we can also do, if there are a lot of questions from the community, what we can do is make a separate article and go into more Q&A questions. Perhaps we can think about another Discord type of AMA just with the marketing team to answer some more questions. But I think maybe article format would be a little better, and so we can answer those with detail as opposed to feeling rushed on live. So anyways, thank you everyone for joining. Please follow our Twitter page at Glitch Protocol. Join our Telegram at Glitch Protocol as well. And our Discord channel is discord.glitch.finance. We are always online to answer all of your questions. But yes, thank you everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you at the next one. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
so much, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.